You think you're fighting about a late text message, but underneath, you're really asking, do I matter to you?
Yeah. It is such a small, unspoken question, but it can take a tiny disagreement and just, well, blow it up into a huge fight.
Right. And it happens so fast, which is why today's deep dive is all about the mechanics of conflict. We have a lot of research to cover.
We really do.
We are looking at adult attachment theory, emotion regulation, and the famous Gottman couples research.
Exactly. And our mission today is simple. We want to translate all the science into simple English. We want to know why couples who really love each other still fall into these bad habits.
Yeah, and how to fix them. So this deep dive is for you, the listener. Maybe you want to understand your own relationship, or maybe you are just, curious about human psychology.
I mean, it really is the most practical science out there, because once you see these hidden patterns, you kind of get a whole new view on how people interact.
For sure. So let's use this story to explain this. We will call them Sarah and Mark.
Okay, Sarah and Mark.
They have been together for 3 years. It is Tuesday night. Sarah's making dinner. Mark comes home 20 minutes late, and he didn't send a text.
Right. On paper, it's just a tiny mistake, a 20-minute delay.
Exactly. But the fight isn't about time. Sarah immediately says, "You are late again. You never think about anyone but yourself."
Ouch.
Yeah. And Mark gets defensive. He says, "I was in a meeting. Why is this a big deal?" Then Sarah rolls her eyes.
Ah, the eye roll.
Right. So Mark looks away. He said, "I don't want to do this right now," and he walks away. But Sarah follows him, demanding they talk.
And suddenly, they are not talking about 20 minutes anymore.
Not at all. So what is actually happening here?
Well, it is a big translation error. The surface problem is the clock, but the deeper problem is meaning.
Okay, meaning.
Yeah. When Sarah looks at the clock, she isn't just looking at the time. She feels unimportant. She translates that missing text into, "I do not matter to you."
Wow. And Mark is doing his own translation, right?
Exactly. He doesn't hear, "I missed you." He hears, "You are a terrible partner." He feels attacked.
So his instinct is just to run away.
Right. He wants to protect himself. And this brings us to a huge concept in relationship psychology. Researcher Andrew Christensen calls it the demand-withdraw pattern.
Demand-withdraw. We just saw that with Sarah and Mark.
Yes. One person pushes for a conversation, they demand attention, the other person feels overwhelmed, so they withdraw, they pull away.
Which just makes things worse, I imagine.
It does, because when Mark pulls away, Sarah feels abandoned, so she pushes even harder, and that makes Mark pull away even more.
It is like an emotional seesaw. Or actually, it is more like one of those woven Chinese finger traps.
Oh, that is a great way to put it.
Yeah, like the harder Sarah pulls to get a reaction, the tighter the trap gets, and that just launches Mark further away.
Exactly. Now, I want to clear up a big myth here. A lot of older pop psychology said this was a gender thing, like women demand and men withdraw.
Oh, right. You hear that all the time.
But newer studies show that is just not true. For example, there was a 2010 study of 75 couples. It showed this exact pattern happens in both same-sex and cross-sex couples.
So it has nothing to do with being a man or a woman.
No, it is all about the role you are playing in that specific fight.
Okay, so if we naturally fall into this finger trap, why do we do it? What is driving the urge to push or pull?
To understand that, we need to look at adult attachment theory. Simply put, attachment is about how we handle trust and safety.
Good.
And the research breaks it down into two main styles: attachment anxiety and attachment avoidance.
So let's look at Sarah and Mark. Sarah's the anxious one here,
Yeah.
right?
When the relationship feels threatened, like when Mark forgets to text, her system wants safety. She gets safety through closeness. The scientific word is hyperactivating.
So she asks questions, she pursues him, she is testing the connection.
Exactly. And Mark has the avoidant pattern. For him, intense emotion feels like a threat. So his way of finding safety is space. The term is deactivating.
He creates distance to turn down the pressure.
Right. Sarah and Mark are both just trying to protect themselves, but their methods completely clash.
Wait, let me ask about that. If I push my partner during a fight, does that mean I am permanently labeled as an anxious person?
Yeah.
Like, is that just my personality forever?
That is such a common worry, but the research says absolutely not. These are continuous dimensions. They are not fixed boxes.
Oh, that is a relief.
It really is. A 2025 study of over 1,000 couples showed that these behaviors can change over time. So do not diagnose your partner based on one argument.
That makes total sense. But If this demand-withdraw cycle keeps spinning, the argument gets really toxic.
It does.
Which brings us to John Gottman's famous Four Horsemen.
Yes, the four horsemen are negative interaction patterns. Let's look at how Sarah and Mark use them. The first one is criticism.
Right. Sarah didn't say, "I feel sad that you were late." She said, "You never think about anyone." She attacked his character.
Exactly. The antidote to that is a gentle startup. You complain without blaming.
Wait, so is complaining actually bad? I mean, if my partner never does the dishes, I have to say something.
Oh, no, complaining is fine. Actually, it is necessary. But there's a huge difference. A complaint focuses on a specific event.
Like the dishes are dirty.
Right. Criticism attacks the whole person. It uses words like always or never.
Okay, I see. And that leads to the second horseman, which is defensiveness.
Yes. Mark says, "It's not my fault. I was in a meeting." He makes excuses. He blocks responsibility.
And the antidote for that is just taking some responsibility,
Yeah.
right? Like owning part of the problem.
Exactly. Even just saying, "You're right, I should have texted." But instead, things get worse. And that brings in the third horseman, contempt.
That is when Sarah rolls her eyes.
Yes. Contempt is mocking your partner. It is acting superior. And the research shows this is the most corrosive pattern of all. It destroys relationships.
It's just mean. And that leads directly to the fourth horseman, stonewalling.
Right. Mark just looks away and shuts down completely. He refuses to engage.
So if we know these four horsemen are bad, why do we use them? I mean, why can't two smart people who love each other just logically stop?
Because your body takes over.
Yeah.
We have to look at the biology. Back in 1983 and 1985, Gottman and Levinson did some amazing studies.
And there was a 13-year study by Block, Haas, and Levinson too.
Yes. They measured couples' physical reactions while they argued. They found something called diffuse physiological arousal, or in simple terms, flooding.
Flooding. So what is happening in the body when someone is flooded?
Your body's alarm system goes off. It reacts like you are facing a physical threat, a tiger in the room. Your heart rate goes way up. Your breathing gets fast.
So people always say the rational brain turns off. Is that literally true?
Well, no. The sources are clear that it's an oversimplification. Your brain doesn't just switch off, but your attention severely shifts toward the threat.
So you lose the ability to listen.
Exactly. You physically lose the ability to feel empathy or think creatively. Your only goal is self-protection.
Wow. Okay, so what is the solution? If Mark is flooded, what should he do instead of stonewalling?
He needs a structured pause. He needs to take a break to calm his nervous system, but with a promise to return.
Wait, how is that different from stonewalling? He is still walking away.
The difference is what you say. Stonewalling is just leaving. A structured pause is saying, "I am feeling overwhelmed. I need a break, but we will finish this in 20 minutes.
Oh, I see. You tell them you are coming back.
Yes. The 20-minute guideline is popular because that's how long it takes the body to calm down. But it's not a strict rule. The key is promising to return.
Okay, so our bodies can hijack us, and our attachment needs can clash. How does any relationship actually survive?
That is the big question. And the secret weapon is repair.
Repair attempts.
Yes. A repair is any move that reduces the negativity. It can be saying, "I was too harsh," or using soft humor, or just asking, "Can we start over?"
But the partner has to be calm enough to hear it.
Exactly. If they are still flooded, the repair won't work.
I love that. Now, I want to share a massive aha moment from the research. This is the 69% rule.
Oh, yes. This is so important.
Gottman's research shows that about 69% of relationship problems are perpetual, meaning they never go away.
Right. Almost 70%.
They come from lasting differences in personality. Like,
Yeah.
one person needs quiet time and the other wants to go to parties. You don't have to fix those problems to be happy. Conflict does not equal failure.
Exactly. And this really makes us rethink anger. A 1989 study by Gottman and Krokoff showed that anger and disagreement are not automatically harmful in the long run.
Now, I do want to mention, just to be balanced, that researchers Woody and Costanzo did write a critique of that study. They debated how some of the methods were coded.
Right. They had a methodological critique.
But even with that debate, the main idea still stands. The goal is not zero conflict. The goal is managing conflict without losing respect.
Exactly. Disagreeing is just part of being two different people.
So we have covered so much ground today. Let's summarize the core takeaways for you, our listener. First, healthy couples do not have to agree on everything. Love does not make two people react the exact same way.
Right.
Second, the real skill is not avoiding the fight. It is knowing how to calm your body interrupt the negative cycle, and repair the connection.
Yes. You have to learn to catch yourselves.
So, to wrap up, do you have a final thought for us?
I do. I want you to mull this over. We spend so much energy during an argument trying to prove that our partner is wrong. We build a case against them.
Like we are in court.
Exactly. But what if the ultimate relationship flex isn't winning the argument? What if it is being the first one brave enough to drop your guard and say, I think we are stuck in our cycle right now? How do we get back to being a team?
How do we get back to being a team? I love that. It totally changes the game.
It really does.
Well, thank you all for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah.
Try out that structured pause, and we will catch you next time.